It is International Day for recognizing Indigenous people. I've been living in Peru for the last 4 years with Indigenous communities, making 5 different multi-generational schools in Indigenous communities. Throughout those 4 years of making those projects, I learned a lot about the belief systems, and had a very strong connection with nature. So today I just wanted to talk about cacao, a little bit of the process behind it and how it gets into our cups here today. So I was living in a village called Agua Azul, which is a beautiful indigenous community that is 28 hours by bus and car, 3 hours by boat, and 2 hours walking into the jungle along the Amazon River closest to the border of Brazil. There I was living amongst a community that had 13 families and over 2,000 acres of protected preserved land. They used 100 of that acreage for their plantations of food, which consisted of cacao, different types of bananas, papaya, yucca, guanabana, many different fruits that you would not be familiar with. And what I loved most about living in this community was learning all about cacao. Here today I am demonstrating much of the artistry from a woman whose name is Ada, which translates into English as fairy, and she's just that. She was my best friend and my sister while I was living in this community, and she is making all of this jewelry which has different seeds from the jungle. This right here is Lágrimas de Virgen, which is a seed from the tall grass, and she's making jewelry. Over here we have different beans, and we have some bracelets that have beads called Waiduro, which is the South American version of the yin and the yang. So understanding opposition and complementary nature and how that is transmitted through nature is really the point of all of her medicinal artistry. So this as well, all of this is nature-based. The Lágrimas de Virgen, Waiduro, this is their escargot of the jungle, and then this is Ojos de Llama or Ojos de Vaca. In the high altitude, Ojos de Llama would mean llama's eye. Ojos de Vaca in the south, in the lower altitude, means cow's eye. And then this here we use at Bula Cafe the coconut shells for kava. Well, out there they have this kind of tree, it's called paca, and they use it for mozato. They'll cut it into their bowls, their cups, their plates, and use them within the household. And so today she just decided to do some paintings on it of the local nature, in order to help bring awareness of the conservation of the jungle. We have some scrunchies that she also hand crocheted. So girls, if you want to put them in your hair, they're a cute little thing to bring from Peru into today's nature. And we have crocheted roses and flowers behind us as well. So she was the one that taught me most about cacao, Ada. She was always carrying her baby on her back. She taught me how to baby wrap. And we would be walking through the jungle. She'd break down a cacao pod that's about this big. There's 2 strains, the green and the purple, and they when they're ripe they become yellow, orange, and pink, and they're so juicy, sweet, acid tasting fruit. So we would suck off all of the fruit, collect all of the seeds, and that's how that seed starts to ferment. That's what activates the cacao that we then get here. So once we've taken out of the pods all of the cacao beans, we let them dry in the sun over a black mat, and then let the sun dehydrate them. And because they have been fermented beforehand, it activates the cacao that much stronger. And then we toast them once more so that the cascara or the peel can come off of the cacao beans, and then we'll put it in a molina so that way we can bring it to our table. To have the different scents and flavors of chocolate that you find in all the shelves today is a different process that comes from the cacao and adding those flavors in over the melting process. So today we are celebrating the day for Indigenous people, and we are going to celebrate it with a shot of cacao. In Ashaninka, which is a small tribe in Peru, they have two ways of saying it. The person that is giving the drink to you would say achube, and you, the receiver, would say achina. Thank you.